The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Cut right. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try the air now with Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Third and long, it's Watson. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taylor now returning it. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run with Taylor. And some room to work. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Let's go. Now the wolf. Right here. 41 Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 31. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Dancing to his left. It's complete to Snead. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Stepping up, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson doing it himself from 9 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. To return is Taylor. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a...
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To try again after the sack, Jackson, and he's going to go down again. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now, after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He'll get 7 yards there on the keeper, but still 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good stop, baby. That's a baby stop.
On 1st down, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Check hot route. Hot. Begin.
He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
At the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Alert! Come on, tight. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Let's go.
Here's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Six guys. Check 6-9 up.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the 50, it's Watson. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second and 7 at the 22-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. He may try and run for this. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor, and he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that last run for a 1st down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box. They need to add more people.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This time, Jackson will throw it, eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. 41's coming. 41's the mic. Go.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a give, right side. Taylor. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
Hey, ready? 41's the mic. Stay with you. Check.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the Ravens first down.
He juked him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, he finds Hopkins complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
The Texans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Line up, go. Line up, go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Flush to his right. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Watson. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's right. Get off the train tracks, baby. Get off the train tracks.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. After the sack on 1st down, Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. There he goes left side, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And Stills bringing it in. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Watson on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36.